Welcome everybody to the newest AMA on the Spintop YouTube channel. Today we have Siddhant from Taroverse. He's the CEO. Thank you for joining Justin and me today for this AMA. We are very excited about it. So before we start about the project, would you like to tell us something about you, or why do you like the gamified projects?
Yeah, so I have been involved in crypto industry for approximately 6-7 years now. And during my time, when I started in 2016, 2017, at that time, there was not a lot of stuff going on in the crypto industry. Like if you want to, earn some money from crypto, you are mostly forced to trade because there was no DeFi, there was no gamify, there were no NFTs at that point, right? So, slowly throughout these past few years, there has been a lot of innovation and development in the other spaces, and the innovation has always been led by gaming. If you look at it, like even with NFTs, CryptoKitties were the first use case of NFTs in blockchain industry, and that was a game, right? And if you look at staking or all of those things, it was started in 2018, 2019 with Wing Casino, right? If you guys remember Wing Casino. So gaming has always been, at the forefront of all the innovation in blockchain in crypto space, and that's why I've always been interested into, gaming.
Okay, thank you. Now going with Taroverse, if you had 2 minutes to tell the whole world what Taroverse is about and why people should be part of it, what would you say?
Yeah. So, to put it simply, Taroverse is the currently the only open world metaverse on Binance Smart Chain, which is already functional, and we already have approximately 90,000 registered users. And last month in June, around 170,000 logins happened in the metaverse itself, right? So we already have decent amount of traffic on Binance Smart Chain, and if you look at other successful metaverse projects like Decentraland or Sandbox, they are on Ethereum currently, and there are no metaverse on Binance Smart Chain, and we already have Android, iOS, Windows, and macOS apps. So we are one of the very few metaverse who have basically covered all major platforms, right? So that has always been a priority. We have from day one, we have been on iOS, Android, macOS, and Windows. So that has been our USP, because 60 to 70% of our traffic comes from mobile devices, not from PC. When you look at Decentraland, which is only available for PC users, so there is a huge different demographic which we are aiming at, because Binance Smart Chain is mainly Asian audience. There is a lot of Asian audience on Binance Smart Chain, and in Asia, mobile is usually the go-to screen which people have. Like especially, I'm from India. In India, like almost everybody uses mobile as a primary device, and most people don't even have a secondary device, right? So we wanted to build something which is accessible to large number of users. Even a $200 smartphone can basically run our metaverse smoothly. There is not an issue. And what we are trying to build different experiences in the metaverse. So we already built a location which has 4 mini games. We built a location which has a museum. We built a location which is a club. Now we are building a location with in collaboration with Bored Ape SubDAO, and we are building a museum for Bored Ape SubDAO. Now we are also building an AMA portal for BSC News. So we want to build a lot of experiences. If you guys are familiar with Roblox is also somewhat similar, but in traditional gaming industry, they have been around for 17 years, and they have 47 million daily active users currently. So we are doing, we are basically trying to take the good things which are there in Roblox, bring NFT tokenization, all those positive aspects of crypto, and build something which could be the a big thing in the future. Because if a project has a project like Roblox which has 47 million users, there is already obviously there is demand for such kind of projects, right? Because mobile is going to be the biggest user base for this decade. We already know that. Even if VR takes off, even if something else takes off, it's not going to overtake mobile anytime soon, because every person in this world is going to have a smartphone within this decade. So we are just trying to focus on what's already working, what already has wide adoption. We don't actually have to wait for VR to take up adoption, or AR to take up adoption. We are already focusing on what already has adoption, taking the best aspects which are already working, and adding NFT and tokens, tokenization into the economy, so people can own their in-game assets, make them cross-platform, and all the good stuff which comes with NFTs and blockchain technology.
Okay, thank you. You already answered my second question that I was going to ask. What are you trying to solve? But you already answered, so that's perfect. So now going into the game, whenever someone comes into our Gamepedia and they find Taroverse, uh, what do they need to start playing? Is it free to play, or do we need an NFT?
You basically need an Android phone or a iPhone or a Windows device or a Mac device. Basically, that's it. You don't need anything else. That's
So,
it.
okay,
And maybe,
okay,
yeah,
sorry, sorry.
it's basically what we do wherever somebody get on the app. They only have to link their wallet to our website and generate a username. Then they can simply log in the metaverse app with their username, password, and they can play various games for free. And there are weekly leaderboard, seasonal leaderboard reward systems which reward players, and they can just withdraw the rewards at the end of the season. Basically, that's how we are doing it currently. The game is completely free to play because we wanted to build free experiences first. We wanted to build we wanted to get an audience first before we start selling any NFTs or start building games which are not free to play. So currently we were focusing on free to play. That's why we built around 4 or 5 experiences which are completely free to play. Now uh, our next game is a dragon game which is also free to play, but after that we are going to focus on our first major game, which is going to be Monster Bash. It's going to be an action RPG game where you control your character. You have to fight monsters, bosses, dragons, all of those things. And for that, you will need a hero NFT. And our NFT will be like $20. We will sell like for $20. So it's not going to be super expensive. Most of the game have monthly game passes which are more expensive than $20. So we want to keep the barrier of entry low. We are trying to build something which is accessible to a large number of users in third world countries. In first world country, doesn't matter. So the requirements are usually pretty low. Currently there are no requirements. All you need is a device and maybe a MetaMask or Trust Wallet.
Okay. Okay. So you will talk about different games. What kind of games can we expect on Taroverse? Like it's going to be card games, RPGs, MMORPGs.
Yeah, basically, if you are familiar with Roblox, they have currently, I think, 10 million games, 10 million total experiences currently on Roblox. So that's our goal also. What we are doing, we are currently building, we built 4 mini games. One is archery, one is pet a cat, one is monster, one is meat hunter, all of those things. So these are basically currently we are trying to add technologies into the platform so that outside developers can also build games on the metaverse. So basically we are adding technologies and then we are building mini games to test out those technologies and see if they are working correctly, so that we can eventually we can give access to developers so that they can build their own games into the metaverse and monetize it, right? So what our next goal is to add multiplayer technologies. So our next game is going to be PvP and PvE action game. Then we're going to add a card game also. So basically we'll probably add battle royale and pretty much every genre into the platform eventually, because we want to add all the technologies and give developers the tools, because that's our end goal. If we try to build 5 million, 10 million, or even 1 million games ourselves, it won't be possible, right? So we will try to do this way the Roblox did. We'll just bring all the technologies into game maker software, which will just give access to, we'll make it open access, and anybody can build their own skins, build their own games into the platform and monetize it. They get their cut, and platform takes a small cut to keep the servers going and all of those things.
Okay, thank you. And now I want you to say to us, if you had to choose one game that is like the crown of everything, which game is it, and why is it going to revolutionize the ecosystem?
For me, it's going to be Tactics Royale, because it's going to be it's going to be a card game, and I'm a big fan of card games from for a while. A thing which we are doing with Tactics Royale is we have added a unique NFT upgrade mechanism. So let's say you open an NFT chest, you get a level 1 rare NFT. So if you want to upgrade level 1 rare NFT, you need to combine two common NFTs to that rare. Now you burn two common and you get a level 2 rare. So this way, as players upgrade, they are going to burn a lot of NFTs, which gives us a unique burning mechanism. Because if you look at a lot of different games currently, they are facing a problem where there are too much NFT in the there are too much NFT which have been minted and not enough players, because player base does not just go always up. Like, there are ups and downs in the player base, right? People start to lose interest, or the rewards are not interesting enough and they want to sell. So our unique NFT mechanism basically, if we stop selling NFTs, then it becomes a deflationary economy, and even the NFTs supply starts to go down. So that's one of the interesting things, I think, which we have. And obviously our all of our NFTs have a unique mining power attached to them based on their level. So players will also be able to mine tarot rewards not only passively but also actively while playing the games.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Now, while reading about Taroverse, I was quite curious about the Tarot Club and the Carnival Zone, but I didn't quite understand what are they. Can you explain to us? And
Yeah.
is it worth or?
Yeah, so Carnival Zone is basically currently our free to play zone. So if you go on the Carnival Zone, every player gets a free chance to spin a wheel. When you spin a wheel, you get around 50 to 250 tickets every day, and you can use those tickets to play different games in the Carnival Zone. Like when we used to go to village fair when we were young, or fair in our cities,
Yeah, yeah.
we used to get those tickets, and then we used to use those tickets to play more games and then increase the tickets, right? And at the end of the day, when we were done with the games, we used to uh, exchange those tickets for rewards. That's the entire thing. There is a season of 10 days. Players get some free tickets from wheel every day, and then they can play different games: pet a cat, archery, meat hunter,
Okay.
and there are 4 games, and they can increase their ticket count, and based on how much ticket they accumulate during 10 days, they get tarot rewards. So a player can make around up to $300 per month for free without any investment or without anything, just by playing the games in the Carnival
Okay.
Zone.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. And now
And
we're
Tarot
going
Club
in.
is basically our basically sorry, you were saying something.
No, 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 no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Tarot Club is basically our live club where players can, just hang out, chill. It's connect. There is a playlist. You can play songs, and you can say you can see YouTube songs on the big screen. Everybody can listen to music, listen to DJs together. We also plan to have some live events there. So people from Twitch and YouTube who can directly stream their events into the Tarot Club, and people can just enjoy. Hopefully in the future we can also live stream football, basketball, all of those matches in the club, and people can just watch them together in the metaverse. So that's our plan. So we just integrated the technology, tested out how it works, how the live stream works, if there is lag between players across the world while watching the same video at the same time, all of those things.
Okay. Thank you. So now we're going into the play to earn questions about from for Taroverse. I'll let Justin ask those questions. So please go ahead.
Thank you. So the first one would be, could you elaborate on how users can monetize through the platform currently?
Yeah. So as I was mentioning, Carnival Zone. So the first thing you need to go when you get on the metaverse, you need to visit Carnival Zone. It's a portal. You enter through the portal, and it takes you to a different location, which has 5 games in total. So when you start, you will have 0 tickets, and you cannot play any game without tickets. So you need to go to spin the wheel and spin your wheel. You can spin it once every day, and it will give you some tickets from 50 to 250 tickets, and then you can use those tickets to play different games like pet a cat, archery, meat hunter, and there's one more. So you play them to like you will pay 5 tickets to play pet a cat, and at the end of the game you might be able to win 20-30 tickets. So that way, with every game, you are increasing your ticket count. Let's say after 10 days, during those 10 days, you played the game every day, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, and you were able to accumulate 5,000 tickets over 10 days. And based on your ticket, your 5,000 ticket, your rank is 40, which has around let's say $50 worth of tarot token reward. You get those $50. So currently we have 5 leaderboard. Every game has individual leaderboard, and then there is a total leaderboard. So when you are playing a game, you are playing for 2 leaderboards. There is a total leaderboard, and then there is a leaderboard for that game also. So basically, most players try to aim 2 leaderboards at the same time, so that they can earn 3,000 tarot tokens in a week or so.
Yep,
Okay.
great. And will it be possible to rent NFTs in the future? If so, do you plan
Yeah.
to join Spintop's Guildmaker as well?
Yeah, we currently have we currently don't have NFTs, but our plan is to release NFTs later down this month. And basically we will try to sell we'll sell NFTs in Taro tokens, and 100% of the tokens will get burned. So it is going to be an unique burning mechanism for NFTs, and then all the NFTs will be able to be staked for passive rewards daily, and they will also be usable across multiple games into the Taroverse. We already built a museum called Hall of Heroes, where players can go and check out the super cool different NFT heroes we have. All of them are 3D animated. Every hero has their own fighting animations and all of those things. It's super cool place in the metaverse where players can go and check out. And yeah, definitely we will definitely want to do a lending mechanism, and so that players can get started, because as you can see, our entire goal has been to keep the platform aimed at a larger audience. That's why we built our metaverse for mobile first, even though it's much easier to build something for PC devices because PCs are more powerful. There are less limitations when it comes to technologies. There is no space limitation, all of those things. But even then, we tried to keep it mobile first because we thought, okay, that is something which we need right now, because a lot of projects are focusing on AAA games or high quality games, but those are limited to very small audience, because I'm from India and most people don't have high-end gaming PCs to play these games, right? But everybody has a smartphone.
Yeah, true that. I would like to continue with the tokenomics part. The Taroverse finance looks quite complicated and it's huge. Can you please elaborate on it a little bit?
Yeah. So basically, in terms of tokenomics, we are what we have done currently we have not released any utility for the tokens, because currently we were focused on free experiences. It has only been 2 months since our launch, but we have already released a working product. We have already gotten around, as I said, 170,000 logins last month. So I think there are very few projects which can say that they have a decent working platform within 2 months of their launch. So we were focused on building our community, giving them free experiences to monetize, see if they like the platform. And now what we'll do, we are going to shift our focus to NFT games into the metaverse, because obviously our platform starts generating revenue also. Otherwise the economy starts to collapse, and we cannot keep on building long term, because as our goal is long term. We want to build a lot of experiences, and if the platform does not generate any revenue, we cannot do that. So now we're going to shift our focus to NFT games, where we will sell NFTs to players so that they can start playing NFT games and earn rewards from there. So while selling NFTs, a lot of tokens will be burned. And as I said, our NFT also have a unique burning mechanism, because whenever a player upgrades, they burn other NFTs. So we will sell NFTs, then player upgrade, the NFT supply goes down, we will sell again, then supply goes down again. So based on how much NFTs are being burned and everything, we will sell NFTs. So the supply will always stay in control, and we will try to make sure it does not get over sold.
Yep, thank you. And on the security part, who's performing the security audits and how will we
We
prevent the
have gotten
fraudulent use?
we have gotten audits by Certic currently. All of
Yep,
our
great.
audits have been done by Certic. Yeah.
And what about the fraudulent use of the NFTs, like cheating in game, maybe? How are you planning to prevent that one?
So actually, this month, this entire June month, we have released our metaverse, we have been focused on this part. And with the help of free games which we released, we were able to, you know, basically reward people to test out the platform for us, because it was a free platform, so people were not complaining too much. And based on what people are doing, we kept on. I think we have released almost 8 to 9 updates within 1 month, and every update has been basically mainly focused on cheating. And basically now it's in such a way, as soon as somebody tries to cheat, they get IP banned straight away. So it's not basically, it's the entire, all of their accounts gets banned if somebody is cheating. So that anti-cheat is pretty good now. So we focused last month on anti-cheat and released 8 updates consecutively every 3 to 4 days, and made it decent. So with the help of free games, basically that was one of the main purpose of our free games. We want to test out all the technologies we are building. We just did not want it to release a paid experience where people are paying for it, but it's not working as as we expected. So with the help of free games, people had fun also, and we were able to gather enough data to tackle all the cheaters and everything. Especially when there is no barrier to entry, you get a lot more cheaters, because it does not cost anything to create 100 accounts, right? When you have to buy NFTs, then you have to buy 100 NFTs. So people are less likely to cheat then. But right now, everybody was trying to cheat. So it gave us a lot more data, and we were able to, develop our anti-cheat more successfully.
Yes, thank you. It's good that you're building for the community first.
Okay, so now our last question. Basically, what is your big milestone yet to be achieved?
Yeah, so I think one of our biggest milestones yet to be achieved is we want to release our NFTs, because with it's not just NFTs for us, right? It's not just one smart contract. We wrote 20 smart contracts for NFTs alone. One is NFT lottery, second is weapons lottery, third is NFT marketplace, and there is a NFT upgrade, NFT staking, NFT mining, and it's an entire ecosystem which has approximately 75 web pages. Even the UI is taking more than 2 months of time, because there are like 75, 80 pages for one device, and then you have a website for mobile also. You have to create for mobile also. So it's like almost 170, 180 web pages for mobile. So, and with 20 smart contracts. So I think that's one of our big milestones which is remaining, because we are super excited for our NFTs. You guys know, you guys have been in the gaming industry, that how long it takes to create one unique hero with animation, with design. It takes, like, if there are 3 people working on animation, design, and integration, it takes approximately 5 days, 5 working days, which is almost a week for one hero. And we created 240 heroes, 100 pets, and all of those things. So, and probably 100 plus bosses. So we have been working on this super hard since last September, and we are super excited to release all of it at once later this month.
Okay, thank you. So now we're gonna go ahead with the community questions. We got thousands of questions, but we can only choose 5. So if you have any doubts after the AMA, just go check the socials of Taroverse or our own Spintop social medias. So starting with the questions, all Taro NFTs will have some mining power attached to them. Is there any factor determining the mining power of Taro? Or can factors such as rarity or the level of the NFTs affect the mining ability?
Yeah, so we have actually released all of this information already in our white paper, which is on our website. So common will have 1 mining power, uncommon will have 2, rare will have 5. Then we have epic with 10 mining power, and legendary with 20, something like that. And only epic and legendary are upgradable. Common and common, rare are not upgradable. So epic and legendary are basically, epic and legendary uses common and common rare to upgrade to various levels and increase their mining power. So that's where the demand comes from. And then we have common and common rare, which acts as fodder for epic and legendary. So yeah, basically every based on rarity and level, the mining power is pre-decided, which is on our white paper, and the percentage of each rarity is already there also.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Going on with the second one. Do you have plans to expand to other networks like Polygon, Solana, Polkadot, etc.? The integration of a bridge in different chains is very useful for investors.
Yeah, so actually what we wanted to do, we wanted to build NFTs and all of these things first, and then we'll try to work on the bridge, because it's not going to be just tokens which we need to bridge. Because if all of the NFTs are on Binance Smart Chain and token is even on Polygon or Ethereum, people cannot do it. There will be no utility on Ethereum chain, right? Everybody would need to bridge to convert tokens. So we will need to not only basically bridge tokens, but also NFTs. So we'll work on the bridge later. What we are currently looking at is our own sidechain, Binance sidechain, and we will probably work on our own sidechain and release it. So basically, people don't actually have to pay gas fee, because we don't want gamers to pay gas fee and all of those things while playing the games. And it's more secure if we have our own nodes and we can control the blockchain.
Okay, thank you. We have been talking about NFTs a lot of time, and this person wants to know why Taroverse NFTs? What makes them peculiar from the other ones? Like what makes them outstand among the others?
Yeah, so one of the main things our NFT is, all of our NFTs are 3D, right? So let's say you mint a NFT of a hero, you not only get that JPEG, but in the metaverse when you log in, you will already have that character. Then you can control that character. You can even go to the club and dance with that character. There will emotes like Fortnite has. There are there will be different games where you can use the NFTs to play different games, and NFT will actually act as access pass, because a lot of those games will only work with those special characters. So it's not like, you are just getting a JPEG. You are getting a 3D character with different animations, with different emotes into the metaverse, and every basically character will be usable in multiple games, in action game, RPG game, different types of games. So a lot of use case for NFTs. And then all of the NFTs will mine tarot tokens passively, as you were talking about mining earlier.
Okay, good, thank you.
Okay, the next one. You integrated with real-time interaction technologies like voice chat, live avatars, and emotes. When will all these features be launched? And will this game be playable on all kinds of mobile devices or only on iOS?
Actually, all of these features have been live for more than a month already, and we already have apps across all devices, as I said.
I going to that question. They mentioned the emotes and things like that.
Yeah, we already have emotes, and we already have voice chat and live
Can
avatars.
I create my own emotes?
No, currently you cannot create your own emotes. That's what we are working on currently. We are trying to build these games so that we can create a developer, software. And using
Mhm.
that software, developers can create their own skins, own games, own emotes. So there are basically two kinds of developers, right? You might be somebody who just wants to create avatars or wants to create assets and sell in the metaverse. So if I am building basically my own, because we'll sell lands eventually. So if I have a land and I want to build my own basically house and all of those things, I can just go and buy from the market. Okay, this is a building I like, this is what I want in my on
Okay,
my land. Or if you own a character, you want, okay, this is the avatar I like, I want to buy this avatar. So you can just directly buy from other artists who are just building skins, and who are basically designers who are building these avatars, building selling these buildings. And basically the platform will take a small cut. And then there are other kind of developers who are building the entire game. Like a developer might want to come ahead and go ahead and want to build a game because it's easier, right? If we have, let's say, 10,000 daily users or 20,000 daily users, if you are a developer, you are not a super big developer, you're just a solo guy who likes to develop games. You don't want to go ahead with the headache of hiring people, hiring marketing team, get building a community, all of those things. You might as well just build a game on the metaverse, and people will play with it, and you will just start earning some revenue from it. And so basically, whenever a player spends in the game, the developer who built that game will get a cut. And whenever a player buys a avatar or a building, the designer who created those will get a cut. So
okay,
basically we'll
okay.
put something like
Okay, now as the last question of the evening, this person wants to know what kind of measures you've put in place to help encourage the content creators to play Taroverse and put it on their YouTube channels or on Twitch or on whichever platform.
that. So basically, our marketplace has currently, just talking about marketplace, right? Our marketplace has 6% uh, fees when you sell an NFT or buy an NFT, and around 3% of the fees goes back to buyback pool. So the team only gets 2.5 to 3% of the fees. So out of that 3%, we are giving up more than 25% of the fees to content creators. So anybody can go on our website, create their own referral code, and basically, if you create content, people join via your referral link, you will get 0.5% of the marketplace fees of all future transactions of your referral, basically lifetime transactions. So
Okay,
it's basically, if somebody wants to become a Taroverse content creator and want to keep on releasing videos every 2-3 weeks, it's a bonus for them, because that referral thing seems to add up. Because I was myself I myself have created a couple of YouTube videos, and when I was working with Mobox, one of my video got like 200,000 views, and I got around 8,000 to 10,000 referrals from my that video. And basically approximately I made approximately 400k USD from referrals alone. So.
Not bad, not bad. Okay, so I think that's it for the evening. Thank you for coming and for answering all of our questions. It has been a pleasure. I don't have anything to add. Maybe you want to say something before we wrap it up, or we can just finish it.
No, so basically, I just wanted to, use this opportunity to share what we are building and what are our future plans. So currently, it has been only 2 months, and we are still super early into the building phase. The market has not been quite well for the last couple of months, but we are still pushing through. We are building, and we want to keep on building, add new experiences, bring new experiences to the users. Currently, we have kept it, free to play, and so that anybody can enjoy and get into the platform. There are no barriers of entry, and we just want to build better and more unique experiences, and want players to give access to things which they might not have, basically access to different experiences into one platform. So when somebody thinks, okay, I want to play a game, or even I want to play a crypto game, or even just a game, they think, okay, let me go and just open this app, and there are tons of different games which I can choose from, and I can just use my NFT which I bought once, and I can just use that NFT on 5, 10, 20, 30 different games, and then I can play any and just monetize my time and skills.
Okay, thank you. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed the AMA. Hit the like and subscribe buttons. Go follow Taroverse and Spintop social media accounts, and see you next time. So bye bye and enjoy.
Bye, everyone.